All right, guys, we are back, and we have Gage to our right playing Skystriker Trickstars, and we got Thomas Kidwell to our left playing True Draco. Very interesting here.
Round two pairings have been
Welcome to
posted.
round
Dragon Ball
number
Super
two.
Players,
We are
round two
ready to
pairings have
start.
been posted.
My man Dave sitting over here to my right.
If you need a judge,
What do you think about
please
True
raise your hand,
Draco,
call
man?
for
That's
a judge,
interesting.
and
I was
keep
not
your
expecting
hand
to see that
ready.
today in stream. True Dracos.
My buddy
Judges,
Jason.
I need some assistance at the Yu-Gi-Oh tables.
My buddy Jason plays it.
Your partner?
It's basically Inspector Board or dot deck. Play a lot of floodgates.
So it looks like Thomas is going first and drops an Inspector Border.
Yep, that sounds about right. Now then we got Tommy explaining how it actually works because it's the weirdest worded card in the game.
All right, so sorry about that, folks. We had a small moment there of like back and forth agreement and disagreement. So we figured out something on there. It was like Thomas explained something to Gage. They're going back and forth talking about something. We could see it. You can
Probably
see them.
how Inspector Border works.
It's a possibility because Gage asked him a question about his Inspector Board, and he chose to let him know. He sets two and then plays. What does he got? That's not. I can't say the name right now. I know the card. Jeez. You draw up to so many cards, and then you discard at the end of the turn. I can't think of the name. Wow, I'm having a brain fart right now. I know the card. Plays another field spell for True Dracos. Diagonal Diagram. Yeah, he's left-handed, so it's a little weird. His deck's on his left. And
Oh, is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Like,
He's lefty.
He's a lefty.
Yeah, he's a lefty, so it's just a little weird.
It's a left-handed board. That's
Yeah.
funny.
So that's why I looked at him. Why does he look so weird? It's because he's lefty.
Yeah.
Someone put in the chat. Yeah, Gage has impermanence. He does have impermanence. Yes, he does.
He does. Oops. You got this, Gage. I believe in you.
So now, Skystriker Trickstars is like.
This is a weird matchup.
It's a weird matchup because they can't really get over the true Dracos. You know, they're just too big for them. So they have to. They're gonna have to depend on whatever's in their extra deck to get these get rid of these cards,
Yeah,
and
if you
also
can even summon any of it.
And Widow Anchor. Widow Anchor is super clutch in this matchup essentially.
Yeah, I mean, the other problem you're going to run into is, what is it? Gozen match in the main is an absolute nightmare. And then you also have that stupid Monarch card that if you have a Tribute Summon monster, they can't, like, it's like basically skill drain. What is the name of that card? Monarch's Awaken? Or is it Eruption? It's Eruption?
Alrighty, Dragon Ball Super Players.
Sorry for the
before we
loud
get
sounds
this
of the
second
announcement.
round started,
Is that the
few things to
waterfalls?
note.
The
Always
trap?
make sure your points, of course, at the beginning of each
Waterfalls,
round.
right? He has them a little off to the left. I wish he would bring it up a little bit more.
So if you want the first
Dynamite
round,
Knight?
you should be sitting down with 3 points.
Yeah, I
next
do
to
see
your name.
Monarchs are up there, but like
Another thing is
that's
to make sure
Draco. I forgot what it's called. I know it ends with
that
waterfalls.
after the time is done,
It has
after
zero
your blue
rounds.
timer's done, that's overtime, right? So there's
The
10
game
minutes
is
in
over.
overtime.
I don't think the game is over yet. I think
After
Ninden will have something to
those
happen.
10
He's got to
minutes
deal with
are done in
Inspector Border
overtime,
though.
It doesn't matter if you're at 1 life and your opponent's at 8 life. It is a draw. Okay? So
Good times
there
for
is
True
no
Draco.
continuing play after the 10 minutes. It is completely done after the 10-minute overtime.
Sorry about that loud announcement, guys. We're really close to the
If
stage,
you are
so
in
that comes
go
through pretty loud a little bit
overtime
there.
after 10-minute overtime extension,
Search Liker
then you
is.
may continue to finish that attack. Otherwise, Dragon Ball Super Players, welcome to round 2 of 8. You
So
have
sorry.
60 minutes on the clock. You may begin.
All right, so just give you an idea what happens with Inspector Border. Inspector Border cannot be normal or special summon if you control a monster. Neither player can activate a monster effect unless the number of monster effects that player has previously activated that turn is less than the number of monster cards typed currently on the field. So Ritual, Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, Pendulum, and Link are all included. If an effect's activation was negated, it still counts towards the total for that turn. Only count effects that were activated while this monster was face up on the field. So that's a mouthful for Inspector Border, by the way.
Yeah.
But
Basically, Gage can't activate effects if he doesn't have an extra deck monster on the board.
Yep, essentially, yep. Like he needs to.
And he needs an effect to get an extra deck monster on the board.
Yeah, he's in a really tough spot. So he activates Pot of Desires.
He has the impermanence. He needs to just stick it in the column.
Set it and then
It'll
activate it.
It'll also negate his trap card as well.
Yep. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Setting the impermanence, waiting for next turn to activate it, hitting the card, and also negating the True Draco trap card. It's not. Goes terraforming. Searches the deck for another life stage, activating life stage to gain the effect.
Yep. Are they bumping the camera? Or is the camera just auto?
No, it's trying to autofocus.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll do that sometimes if you move your hand up towards the camera, instead of going forward or back where you go up like that, it'll cause that to happen.
Yes, that is Nim Nim.
Yes, that is Nim Nim. I had to put his name up there, for you guys.
Just check out his channel. He's like, he's the best. I actually like Gage's content.
Yeah. So now he's debating on what to do. He can't activate anything because of his Inspector Border that's on boards. That puts him in a position so he searched all these cards, but until he deals with Inspector Border, yeah, he needs to deal with it and get rid of it.
Oh yeah, there it is, right there. He's trying to figure out what column to stick it in.
Yep, and he's also he put one in front of Monarch's Erupt. That's Erupt, correct?
That's Erupt.
Yeah, so he's essentially gets to also possibly get
if he puts a monster.
Yeah, if he puts a monster there, he can get rid of his Monarch's Erupt. Did he just flip another one? Did he just?
No, those are rivalries.
Oh, those are rivalry warlords. I'm sorry. Yeah. He's got a double rivalry of warlords on board.
Nim Nim wanted to play some good Yu-Gi-Oh, but ended up getting floodgated.
Yeah, it's Nim Nim's in a tough spot, just getting floodgated, not being able to do anything in the situation. And that happens in Yu-Gi-Oh, right? You have the out, you get out of it, you break the board, and you set up yours, or you counterattack, you countermeasure, right? But sometimes if you don't have it, you don't have it. It's just interesting to see if Gage now would kind of like try to get out of it, or kind of put himself in a position where he's like, you know what, I'd rather just go to game 2 and have more time for game 2 and game 3.
That look on Gage's face right now, that's the double rivalry face.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of rivalry of warlords on board, but never 2 at the same time. It's like, oh, got rid of one, great, I have another one to deal with.
It's a solid place from Thomas. That's rough. He kind of did open the nuts.
Yeah, Thomas definitely set up a very strong wall to defend himself here.
The only thing you can say is that modern True Draco without Masterpiece can't put a ton of damage on board. So,
well, I mean, our monsters are still most of them are over 2,300.
But you're not going to make a 4 to 5 monsters. So if you choose to grind out the match and pick away at their back row, you could choose to do it and not have to worry about getting OTK'd next turn. So it's at least Gage's option to see how this goes for the next couple turns. But if I was him, I might scoop just because I'm blowing time right now.
Now, this is an interesting situation because if for some reason, so here's what's going to happen. He activates the Draconic Diagram, pops the set spell, he targets the back row to blow it up, and then activates Impermanence and targets Inspector Border. Now, this also negates the Apocalypse. Only good players can draw the out. That's right. Wow, guys. And not everyone can be a top deck king, right? Sometimes we sit there and for the top decks, go Yami Yugi on somebody, and just without looking at the card, I activate this because I know it's the out to this card.
Yeah, right. Sets a monster in its trap zone.
Draco doesn't really feel like an actual deck. Only reason it does things is playing 10 floodgates. Yes, and that's what the deck has evolved into. It's been hit quite a few times. It lost Masterpiece. It did get Dynamite Knight. Weapon?
Is there a life point change?
There has not been. No one has swung at anything.
Gage was fiddling with his calculator, that's why.
I haven't seen anyone swing with anything. Gage is still on his turn. So, or did he swing with Inspector Border? I'm sorry. I believe he did swing with Inspector Border. That turn went by real fast because he didn't really do anything. So he would have took 2,000 damage. Inspector Border's 2,000 attack. Whoop.
I think the problem was that he popped Impermanence, and Gage couldn't use. He had to use it on his turn, right? So he couldn't actually do anything with it because Impermanence isn't permanent, right? It's actually for a turn.
I believe it's just for the turn.
Yeah. That's what happens when you don't own a set because you're poor like me.
I have Impermanence in my deck, so and I'm just the guy who never gets it.
Me.
I'm also the same guy who activates.
No, that's right. He at least because he Impermanenced it, he was at least allowed to use Ash Blossom to stop the search effect.
Yeah, it's for the turn. Yeah, it's for the turn. Border. Yeah, this double rivalry of Warlords right now is insane. He's also
It's
got
all
Go.
kinds
He
of
also has
yuck.
Gozen match, by the way.
Does he?
That's
Oh, it is Gozen. Oh, yuck.
I would just
Gage
scoop.
is like, man, where's that freaking...
I think I would just scoop. I want more time for game 2 and 3.
I want a top deck double, like...
I mean, what is he gonna do? Get
Heavy
like,
Storm
get like
Buster
twin,
right now.
yeah, get like heavy storm twister or get a twin twister. Like, what do you do?
Drops that Feather Duster. I'd let it go. I'd be like, whatever. You got this, Gage. I believe in you.
Hey, he could Widow Anchor here and take the Inspector Boulder to his side, and that'll help him get out. Okay, activates Reincarnation.
Is he playing Trickstars or Skystrikers, or is it pure Trickstar?
It's a mix of both. It should be Skystriker Trickstar. Now, how big is the Skystriker engine? Is mostly Trickstar from what I'm seeing. You know, he could just be playing engages and
Just as a small draw.
Yeah, just engage, Widow Anchor, and then also Honedrome.
Sure. Ooh, solid.
Bring back Harpy's Feather Duster. Yeah, I mean, I think Harpy's Feather Duster right now at 1 wouldn't
I'd
be
be
like
fine, and then
would
we
not
could-
be a bad thing in the meta.
It would also promote all that Harpy support they just released, because the Harpies can actually search the card.
Yes.
So, like, you know, it'd actually be good for them.
Yeah, I think Harpy's Feather Duster right now at 1 is not a bad thing. I think it's really good. I mean, we have Raigeki to 1. Blowing up the back row, especially in a situation like this, can help you just kind of play the game again. 'Cause right now he cannot even play Yu-Gi-Oh if he wanted to.
You might as well nervously hand shuffle your deck upside down, because who cares?
I mean, he's got double Licorice. He's got Candina in hand,
Bunch of monsters he can't play.
and
There's
he punched
another
them for
punch.
2,000. Yeah,
I'm
and
actually surprised Gage is playing it out. I guess he just wants to...
I'm not sure. I mean, and Thomas is doing the right thing. He's got a
There,
board.
I think that was a scoop.
Yeah,
That was a scoop.
he
That
scoops
was a
right
scoop.
there.
All right.
Good to see actual coverage instead of just. No, thank you. I really appreciate it, guys. Well, you know, it means a lot to us to be able to bring coverage for the event. You know, Yu-Gi-Oh is very important to all of us here. You know, we have Dave. Who's a Yu-Gi tuber. You know, I myself will play the game because. At my locals, I really love it and wanted to kind of put it out there. And not just this game, but we have Dragon Ball also going and it's being streamed. We have Card Fight Vanguard going. You know, we got them all going. And so being able to bring this up for you guys is really, really important to us. And I appreciate you guys appreciating that from us. Gage, go ahead and activate the Engage. Yeah, so
There's Gage using the Engage.
Yugi formed why is DBS Twitch offline? We had an issue with our hotspot for them, so they're currently recording the match so we don't lose it, and then we're going to post it on YouTube of what we missed. We're trying to fix the hotspot, so we're having a little bit of technical difficulties, but we'll get those recordings to you guys so none of the event is missed by anyone.
Yeah, that just means to show you that Yu-Gi-Oh! Best game.
Oh, they're all equally as good. I see what you did there. Don't let our awesome commentator Dusty hear that.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Best game.
Wow.
The hotspot's holding out, buddy.
So Gage going into Kagiri, then into Shizuku, kind of building his hand, not a hand advantage, but just advantage in general. And that's what Skystriker does so good. The amount of advantage that it puts together.
He actually can make a play.
Yeah, right. He's got double Widow Anchor on hand. Sick. So this is gonna be a strong turn for Gage.
Also, hi Kieran. It's nice to see you, buddy.
If he sets these double Widow Anchors and Thomas goes ahead and puts Inspector Boarder on board, he just flips it over next turn and just takes it and links it off or does whatever he wants with it.
And Inspector Board is not as good going into game 2. If anything, he should side him out for Denkos.
Okay. Yeah, Denko Seko will be... Okay, that'd be really aggressive. But, like, what would Gage do in that situation? Like, so you Widow Anchors
hope
there.
his Link monster's bigger than it, like...
And can swing at it?
And swing at it. Ooh, look at he's giving him the 7-10 split on that.
Yep, sets both Widow Anchors. Sets
And
a third
one up
card.
the middle.
I didn't see what the third card was.
There.
He does have a Licorice in hand, and choosing to activate it right now.
I'll get some burn damage in there.
Pancteratops as well. Decent
Oh,
flood.
Prankatops is a...
Yes,
that's
I
a
made
great...
it.
You can't use it. You can't really use it against...
So he passes
no, you
draws,
could summon
takes
it. You
400.
could summon it against Inspector Boarder. You can't use its effect until you kill the Inspector Boarder. But...
I main deck Prankteratops. I love that card. I think it's
that
actually
card's fantastic. It's one of the best cards we got this year.
So I was playing with a good friend of mine the other day, he does a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh judging, and he's playing Danger Phantom Knights.
Okay.
And I somehow hit Shark Cannon off my Area 0, so I Shark Cannon his Phoenix, so he would because if I target one of his Phantom Knights, he'll just activate effect and banish it. Brought that over to my board, made Boral Sword. He still had two monsters versus my one. Then I summoned Prankteratops just so I could have a monster to put in defense mode.
Gotcha.
And just went for game. It was absolutely amazing. I was like, yes.
You main decked. You played Crawlers.
No, not crawlers.
You know what? Crawlers are kind of fun. They're like cockroaches. They like multiply like crazy. It's not a bad deck. It
So
actually does more than you think it does.
So Thomas is going to take another 400 for searching our Jargonic diagram, and Gage still has Licorice and Life Stage on board. Takes 400.
I thought Prankatops was an inherent special summon.
Ooh, so because he popped the spell, he gets rid of one of Gage's Widow Anchors. So that's definitely not what Gage wanted to see. He wanted to be able to use both of them here.
Yeah, I mean, losing the fact that he set both, I think the idea was that he'd at least have one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, you want them both. Widow Anchor is probably the most powerful card other than Engage in the Skystriker deck. It's just extremely good. It does so much for you. It protects you. It lets you link off into bigger monsters. It's spot removal. It just does so much.
Mm. Super Prankatops in the next OTS pack would be really nice.
Yes, I think a super rare Panther.
He needs a rarity bump. Being a common
honestly,
insult.
I'll take it a step further and I say OTS 10. He's ultimate rare.
Ooh, an ulti. That would be an expensive card.
So
Dynamite.
So Thomas choosing to tribute summon his Dynamite, popping the other Widow Anchor. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! So Thomas has officially kind of debunked Gage's board at this point. Not knowing what our third card in the middle.
He's got 3 spells in there, though. He's got 3 spells.
He does have 3 spells now. Oh no, that's someone wrote in the chat. Yeah, he gets rid of both Widow Anchors. So Thomas doing a good job blindly hitting both corners of the back row here and getting rid of Gage's Widow Anchors.
Doesn't fear the Reaper.
I mean, at this point, he's just going to swing with Dynamite Knight, get rid of this Licorice off the board so he doesn't take any more damage and just kind of tell Gage, like, well, let's see what you got after this. What can you do?
You know what? I want Gage to flip that Storming Mirror Force. That's that last card.
Is this man going to set 4 pass again?
Nah, man. You know what it's going to be? It's going to be Malevolent Catastrophe. Oh,
okay.
Damn. I want to see some jank.
Oh, my God. Did he just flip a double Gozen match?
He did. What's that last one? I can't see.
True King's Return.
Okay.
He just flipped double Gozen match on Gage again for 2 games in a row.
Look at Gage. He's like, oh my God.
This is a very, I mean, if there's a way to stun somebody, this is the epitome of stun. We should change his deck name to True Draco Stun.
I mean, it's kind of what it is. I mean, I play Paleos, and I main Mistake and Gozen match, so I really can't. I can't.
I mean, this is what True Draco has evolved into, right? So
yeah.
you lose your main monster masterpiece. You lose some of your key pieces. Bring them down to 2 or to 1. How do you evolve and deal with like things like Skystriker and like that? And you're seeing it right here. Exactly what it is.
He just flips them up blindly as well. You kind of have. Yeah, I mean, you got 2. What's he gonna do? This ain't a Gozen match right now.
This is a very interesting. We'll see what Gage does to try to get out of this. Man, he is very strapped. He's in a really tough position here. Takes a sip of his coffee there. He's just like chilling with his double Gozen match. He's like, yep.
I'm gonna take a pee break. Will you try to break my board?
Yeah, this is very clear of the indicative. Hey, I put this up. Go ahead and try to break my board. Yes, you're right. They can only OTK with Borrelsword. That's why they play the Skystriker engine too, because it just helps them get to Borrelsword easier, using like Widow Anchor and stuff. And he's got Triceratops in hand.
Yeah, but he can't summon it.
I know, but like, the fact that we spoke about it, he literally has it in his hand. Why hasn't this man hit a Twin Twister when he needs it? He can't even activate Engage. He's got Engage in his hand and can't use it because the Licorice is on board. What's his face down card?
I don't know. I'm telling you, Malevolent Catastrophe. Broke.
I think Gage is in a position where he can just normal summon Candina.
You could crash the Licorice if you really had to. I think he's gonna do it.
Yeah, crash. Oh, you see what you're saying. So crash Licorice into Dynamite Knight. That'll kill the Licorice, and now he can activate Engage.
Is it an Engage set?
No, he has one in his hand.
Yeah, he might have another one. It might have been a bluff.
Yeah, Licorice is 1600, and Dynamite Knight right now is sitting at what, 26 because of diagrams on board.
So what did he just take?
I'm calculating right now.
Gotcha. Because Dynamite Knight's at 26 with the field spell, and Licorice is at 12, so he took 14. Right?
Yeah, I believe that's 14. 14. Yeet. Oh, wrong person. Hold on. There we go. Got it to the right person now. Yeah, so he did the right play. He crashes it and allows him to turn on engage and everything like that.
I would say the Floodgate deck does not make the best stream.
Yeah, we didn't know it'd be just a set 5 pass.
Yeah, we picked it because of Gage. Like I was like, "Yo, buddy, want to be on a stream?" And he's like,
So yeah, we you know it's not indicative to what this deck has evolved into. I definitely want to see I'm a Skystriker player, so
"You want to see what you gonna do?"
I want to see like a pure Skystriker deck just so I can learn something because I'm not that good. I make mistakes all the time.
There's a Prankatops.
There's Pancuratops, yeah.
Pancratops.
We knew it'll have Floodgates pass. We didn't think he would blindly go triple goes in match pass. That's a little different. Would you see goes in match or Rivalry of Warlords? Yes. Would you see them set 3 of them and flip them over? No, not at all.
I mean, it's funny too because against any other deck, that even wouldn't be a very good back row because it's like you have too many Floodgates and not enough of your own cards, so it's not a very good hand really. Because all you can do is make Dynamite and pass. But against Trickstars specifically, it's actually like just really annoying.
Did he run out of targets for engage? No way. Because he had only 2 Water Ankles in deck, so he has to play a third one.
That's moody.
And if he only has 1 Hornet Drill because it's limited to 1, he had no more targets. So engages are dead.
Just gonna crash it. He can't die though because of the field spell.
Yep, correct. Field Spell protects it.
Or does he not have the field spell? No, he does.
No, he has it. That wouldn't die. I believe that wouldn't. Yeah, that wouldn't die because.
How did Gage summon that in attack? Wasn't he?
You can summon that in battle phase.
Can you?
Yeah, because he has no more monsters. It's a quick effect, I believe.
To summon, yeah.
Its tribute is also a quick effect. Let me see. Hold on.
Unless it wasn't unless he was tributing it as effect to pop. Maybe he didn't attack. Maybe
he just popped it, tributed it, and popped it. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, because
I think that was main phase 2 that he did that.
Correct. Yeah, I am sorry, guys. Early in the morning, that was a mistake.
We also can't hear what they're doing.
Yeah, he went to main phase 2, summoned Prankteratops, tributes Prankteratops to go ahead and target Dynamite Knight and blows it up. And which is weird because like Thomas has the True King's Return. He's just gonna summon. There we go. I just split it. He's just gonna summon it back.
He's like, wait, what?
Yeah,
that's not what this does.
You forget what True King's Return does?
He's like, crap. That is what this does. It's a once per turn monster. It's basically their eternal soul.
Yeah, so he grabs a card and reads it, and it's essentially just kind of almost not wasted, but didn't really choose the most optimal target for Prankteratops. He could have popped the back row or something.
Can we do a bounty match on stream?
Yeah, I can get you a bounty match. I can definitely get you guys. If you guys want a particular profile player, you want a bounty match, go ahead and play it on stream. I do what the chat wants. If the chat demands, I shall get it. So if you guys want a bounty player, I can definitely get you a bounty player for round 3. Let's make that happen.
See, I told you it was Pancratops.
Pancratops, not Panktish. Hey man, English is my second language. Okay, I do my best.
It's my second language. I just don't have a first.
Just be glad I didn't call him Goya. Okay.
What the hell's Congoya?
Goya is like the brand of every food that we eat.
I wouldn't want to assume that's what you were talking about.
Get us pizza. I can't. Don't stretch it now. Don't stretch it. Don't open that door. Okay, stream. Have some decency for me. Don't destroy me over what I can do. Yeah, but if you guys want a bounty player, I can definitely do that.
That'd be cool.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I think next round we're gonna give you a true Draco mirror. That's actually what.
Do the troll. True Draco mirror. Let's see how they enjoy that one. No, just kidding. Just joking, guys. It's an absolute joke.
Exodia mirror. That's what I want to see.
I want to see someone use Burning Abyss. Can I just get Burning Abyss, please?
Someone here's playing it. You know they are.
I want to see Burning Abyss. There's no outs at this point. Even Twisters won't help unless you have to murder pop that on my night. Twisters. Yeah, he needs quite a few cards to out this board, and I don't think he's got it. I really don't. Gage is definitely trying because obviously he's on the bubble now. Like if he just scoops, he loses, right? So he's just trying to get something out of this, and just do the best that he can.
I don't know how to beat this guy.
Let's see what Gage ends up doing. He's taking a moment here, thinking about what his next move is gonna be. So he draw and locks Thomas's here.
Sure, I guess.
I mean, there's not much else he can do. Why not at this point?
Boink. So who took life point damage?
Not sure. I don't know what he swung at. 'Cause he's only got one monster.
Did he search something? He might have searched something and took the 400. Who's Kamal?
Kamal Crooks. How do you not know Kamal Crooks?
I don't know anything.
Come on, how do you not know Kamal Crooks, man? Come on.
How do you know Kamal Crooks?
He's a good player.
Oh, is he?
Yes, absolutely. He's sponsored by PBG.
Oh, that's
who,
why.
who are running the event.
Okay.
I would hope you know who Kamal Crooks is. Dave. All right, guys. Dave has been booted off the stream. We will no longer be having him featured on here, so it'll just be me from now on. I'm just kidding. Slam for 2800 pass. You know, he's just taking damage here, over and over, and Gage really can't do anything about this.
This is cute.
Thomas is literally doing the exact same thing he did last round. He opened up the nuts with multiple floodgates, sits there and just passes.
Yeah, we got Gage over here like, oh man, I'm the feature match, and they're watching me get beaten up by Gozen match.
Gage has to do something by next turn. Like he can't go another turn like this.
You could probably use this opportunity to plug something.
We've done that a few times already.
You run out of stuff to plug.
Yeah, I'm over here just working on the game. So Gage sets a monster face down and passes. He's just protecting himself. He really can't do anything. But if Thomas really summons a secondary monster, he's essentially done.
Yeah, Kieran's actually one of my mods on my Discord. He's actually really good.
Ryan is a bounty. Okay, yeah, we'll grab one of the bounty players from top tables and bring him up here if I can.
This is depressing.
I'll try my best to do like a specific player, but like I'll look at the matchups as well and try to bring something different to the stream.
Yeah, apparently the DBS stream was actually having some technical difficulties. They're recording the stream as opposed to streaming it, and then they're going to upload them later. That's what she said.
Yeah, so essentially we run our streams on mobile hotspots because the venue internet is absolute like terrible.
Atrociously expensive.
Yeah,
too,
it's not that great. It's extremely slow because it shares it with the entire building, all the events that are happening here. So we run hotspots, which we've done before plenty of times and no problems. But for some reason, their hotspot is not working. It's just not wanting to work or anything like that. So we decided to go ahead and bring you guys the Yu-Gi-Oh stream, and that one is being recorded so we can upload later today, probably at the hotel room or something, or when we get back tomorrow or Monday. But in between every round, we're retrying the hotspot to get it up and running. Playing Heritage here. And sets a card face down. He's going to tribute summon it, I believe, at this point. Sets another card in the back row and passes. Did he punch Gage for another 2,800?
No, I missed it. I was too busy watching
I didn't see him grab his calculator, so I don't know if he punched it for another 2,800. I want to say he did. But I didn't catch it. I'm looking also to see if he, because there's no attack declaration there. Oh no, he had a monster face down. No, he had a monster face down. Yeah, I forgot. Sets another back row and sets a monster again and passes. Gage is running out of fume here. The hotspot is the whole work of the enemy stand. Yeah, absolutely. Thomas is so comfortable. Yeah, absolutely. He has no reason to be scared, no reason to think that Gage is going to sneak away with this game. Like, as long as he keeps controlling Gage at setting, and not doing anything else but that, he has the advantage.
At this point, Gage is just setting monsters every turn, kind of like Yugi. And then Tommy's going to be like, just draw your last pathetic card there, Gage. And then...
Okay, so he Widow Anchors the Dynamite Knight here.
He's like, that's a card. Sure. Goes and negates Exodia.
That'd be a very scary deck at that point. Absolutely, that'd be absolutely insane.
That's actually what Gage is doing. He just teched in 5 pieces of Exodia in this deck.
He's hoping to draw all 5.
Yeah, it's an extra win condition.
Sip some coffee and presents handshake. Yeah, Thomas is definitely in super relaxed mode. He's in, just sitting there, just doing his thing. Very close to proceeding to round 3 2-0, essentially going XO into round 3.
And Gage is over here at like the 5th stage of what do you call it? depression, or like he's like in acceptance at this moment.
He just shakes his hand. That's it.
Yeah, he got it.
He can't do anything. Draws another dead card. Engage. Can't do. Has no targets. Only has mind control. Wow. Just you really couldn't do anything there.